I mean, I know we didn't really want to touch on this topic because it's all in the media, man.
All in the spotlight. Man.
I feel like it's only right.
It's loaded, man. We got to.
So what you think about the Kanye situation, man? I want to get your take on it first before I even elaborate anything.
Man, what aspect of it, man? It's such a packed subject, man. Controversial all the way across the board, from the things that he chooses to wear, from the comments that he makes, and his beliefs behind justifying these actions, man. It's a lot, bro. Honestly, I think he's a man down the wrong path, bro.
Think so?
And the reason why I say that is because when negativity becomes the consistent presence in your life,
right? True.
It's a reflection of where you're at and what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm all about, taking our own journey one day at a time and coming across adversity and having to deal with that, right? But when you become your own adversity, that tell me that you don't know your way.
Right.
You lost your way. And you're blinded by any signs, formulations, or efforts to get back on track, man.
Right.
It's tough. And I hate to see it from somebody that is of his caliber. And when I say of his caliber, I sincerely think the man is of genius from a music standpoint.
Right.
Even a business mind standpoint. Kanye takes a lot of risk.
Yeah.
Yet they're calculated.
Correct.
And these risks are things that the average Joe and Jane won't take heed to or even invest a penny into.
True.
But somehow he's been able to find a way and achieve a level of success no matter the arena, in fashion, in music, and other facets of business and things of that nature. But the controversy that surrounds it, man, it's infectious, one. And it's demeaning, not just from a black man's standpoint, but from a people standpoint.
Correct.
No matter the creed, ethnicity, background, gender.
Correct.
There's a lot of stuff going on, man.
It really
and
is,
I think
man.
he's reckless, bro, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, man, and I see a lot of different sides. I hear people talking, Kanye is not crazy, and I hear, I hear people speaking on not to, people who are speaking on it, you can't say anything because he's a billionaire and you don't have, and I feel like that's opinion.
That's opinion.
I made a post today, man, and what I meant by it was, you have to know how to decipher opinions from facts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a big person on research and study for yourself. Not just take someone's word by, not take the things by face value. You get what I'm saying? I've learned that for myself, man. That's how paradigms and programs are planted in our head. Right. Us taking things by face value, taking things that we've been taught. Think about it, man. I know it's a touchy topic, but if your parents were Christian, you're probably going to be Christian. Right. Your parents were Muslim, you're probably going to be Muslim. Right. Your parents were atheists, you might be atheist. It can go. We can continue to go on down that line. Right. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like, when you get to a point to where you can research and study for yourself, man, and try to find things out for yourself, I think that's where it's at. I think that's where we're at now. So I'm not going to take anything from some of the actions and things that Kanye has taken here recently. I think he's genius as well. I'm a producer myself, and I think the guy is a genius, especially in music. You know what I mean? Business as well. Of course, $6 billion. I mean, who can talk on that? But at the same time, and I feel like, for me personally, money doesn't make a man. People take money and they look at it as, if you have money, you're this. No, man, I feel like it's a lot of people lame with money. Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's a whole bunch of lame with money.
You get what I'm saying? And I can speak on that because this is my voice. Right. And if you feel I'm lame for speaking on that, then that's your opinion. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the whole white, what is the shirt?
White Lives Matter.
man, we know white lives matter. To me, every life matters,
every life
man.
matters, man.
I don't look at myself as a racist person. I have friends of every color, man, and I love it. You know, I got friends who treat me better than some of the friends who are color with the same color as me. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I have friends who's given me greater opportunities or better partnerships, and they wasn't my color. Right. You know, and I have friends who love me just like I love them, who might not be my color. Right. So I don't look at color like that. I mean, it's obvious, but I think the shirt took the narrative away from the purpose. Right. You know, our purpose was to show, hey man, this is who's been abandoned, and this is who's been has been struggling with these systematic or these injustice for all this long time. Right. And what you're doing is, yeah, you got yours. You got your mule, your 40 acres. Yeah. I don't take that lightly when you would do anything for monetary gain or whatever it may be. On your people. And you know what? That's exactly why I feel as though it's more of a deeper rooted issue. Correct. Right? When you're willing to be so selfish, understanding the purpose and voice behind Black Lives Matter, you strategically contrasted that. Correct. With the worst thing that you could, and that's the polar opposite. Yeah. Stating white lives matter. Not that they don't, because they do. Correct. But you just it in the face of all of those people that stood and enforced and brought present focus to Black Lives Matter. Correct. And that's crazy. You're willing to do that for the sake of celebrity, for the sake of gain, monetary gain, and focus. And I think that's one of the main places where he lost me. Even the whole slavery was a choice, man. Nobody chooses to, be a slave. Yeah, you chose to be murdered, killed, raped, chained up, and taken from your home. Correct. You took and brought to a land where you didn't understand the lay of the land, right? The environment, right? Let alone how and when was appropriate for you to protect yourself. Correct. Nobody chooses that, man. No. You're born in that. And I feel like it's blatant disrespect, right. You know. So those are the things that I disagree with him on. I don't disagree with him on all of his points. I think he's trying to, pass on some valid points, but at the same time, a lot of it is being covered up with all of the nonsense, I believe, Right. So, that's my take on it. No, I agree. I know he's lost a lot of partnerships, deals. I think Def Jam just got dropped from Def Jam. I don't know if he got dropped or he left. Chase Bank don't want to take his money, huh? No. The bank. In what day and age does a bank not want to take your money, man? Yeah, it's pretty rough. That's crazy. I mean, because people feel like if he's going down the spiral, then they don't want to be associated with it. Right. Just like with us. If you got something that's attached to you, and you see it going down, and if it's attached to you, it might take you down with it. My biggest concern is not just Kanye the individual. Mm-hmm. Where's his peer group? Yeah. Where's his circle? What? Like, and what they can't be blind to sight and deaf to what they hear, right? You can only do that for so long. Correct. To know that you allowing your man to move like this. Well, I think he may have some people in his corner. I would hope. I believe he's at a point to where he has. Like, I heard in some previous interviews. How much money you got? You got more money than me? I'm the billionaire. You should listen to me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when you're at that place, he probably at a place where
that boy hanging with Candace Owens.
Man,
nobody can. I mean, the same with her. I think she's made some moves that's like is disrespectful to your people. When you turn your back on your people, I don't believe in that. I don't believe you turning your back on anybody. But you know what I'm saying? That's in right standing, bro. Correct. That's in right standing, man. And that's my take on it. Yeah, that's my take on it. I agree. I pray that man gets some help. I do as well. I pray that his peer group, his network, comes together and is able to impact him in a positive way, man. So we can get the old Ye back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, not necessarily the old Ye, but a better Ye. Yeah. I think the world will be happier with a better Ye. Yeah. From a happy Ye. Yeah, absolutely. His kids, and I think about his kids, man. Right.
Like he got young girls, man.
Correct.
And what we do know is that father-daughter dynamic is everything to a woman.
Correct.
It really makes who you gonna be.
Right.
So if he's absent-minded,
Right.
he gotta be absent as a father.
True.
Maybe not in the flesh, but within his purpose, man.
Yeah. And I want to speak on this. In no way am I judging a man or anything like that. That's not my place, and I wouldn't want anybody judging me. Everyone has their opinions, man. I've had people that say they didn't like my rap. I've had people who say they love my rap. Right. It's opinion. Right. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, I've learned how to take either of them. You know what I'm saying? I've learned how to look at constructive criticism. And this is a podcast, man. This is the elephant room, so we want to touch on topics like this, man. So that's our take. I know people been talking about it all on social media, and that's our take on it. I feel like he's cool, and I love his music. Love the outspoken person he is, and I definitely would like to take things from him, but certain things I just disagree with.
Right, amen.
Mm-hmm. Just like since we're on this type of topic, what do you think about Charleston? What is it, Charleston White?
Charleston White, man.
Yeah, man.
Charleston White, man.
Same with him. Some people say he.
You gonna hate him or you gonna love him?
You gonna hate him or love him, man.
And I just got put on a couple months back, man, and I couldn't help but to do a little research, dig in a little bit more, and get familiar with who he portrays to be. Right. And I use the word portray to be with every sense of that. Correct. Because what we do know, we live in an age of social media, and individuals are quick to put on a facade and portray an image that isn't them the other 23 hours of the day. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But from what I see, man, he's a very controversial character, man. Wild with a lot of what he does. Right. But if you can bear the ignorance, I'm sure you can see some of the right-minded stances he takes on things. I agree. He's real anti-gang, and I feel that boy on that, man. I agree. I feel that boy on that, man. He's real big on addressing his people and holding us accountable for a lot of what we contribute to society. Correct. Shooting ourselves as black people. Yeah. Hating on ourselves as minorities, not unifying as minorities. Right. Like the Asian community, the Jewish community, and things of that nature. I agree. But outlandish with a lot of stuff. I can't understand how an individual that portrays or appears to be of a mature age, and I say plus 30, that continues to gallivant and be as childish and controversial as he is. To my understanding, he's a comedian too. Yeah. So that will explain some of the bold and blatant attempts for attention. I agree. And then it fits the day and age that we're in. Everybody willing to do something quick and easy for 15 minutes of fame, man. Yeah, man. Man, that 15-minute fame gonna go by like that, bro. True, man. For what? Now you don't know who you are. Right. And ain't nobody gonna know who you are either when you choose to stop acting like that individual you are behind that camera in real life. They be like, nah, that's not you. True, man. So then what you gonna do? Yep. I'm pretty much the same as you on that stance. I mean, I agree with some of his stance because it makes sense, about the gang culture and about all these rappers going at each other and killing and their lyrics, and then turn around and proclaiming to be this way. Right. So he's definitely touching on some topics that needs to be touched on. Some elephant in the room topics. Right. That's one thing I do like about him. Yeah. He won't bite his tongue. He ain't scared to address anything. And he's coming at whoever and whenever. So I totally agree with him on some of those stances. But yeah, it's always a way going about doing it, man. Right. If you're just going about it, if you're going out about it in a clownish way, then some people are gonna look at it. They're gonna take you serious. Yeah, they're gonna take you serious. So I see a lot of different ups and downs I've seen people say, "Oh man, he's selling these people right. He's a genius," but then I've seen people say, "Man, this dude is a clown." Hey, but you know what's funny, bro? What's that? Is he is completely aware of what he's doing. Oh, he knows exactly what. The sad thing about it is. some of the individuals that he targets and even the audience appear to have no clue. Like if I was T.I.,
I wouldn't even
for
respond.
what?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
This grown 45+-year-old dude talking crazy to an 18-year-old kid, man.
Yeah.
And then you as a daddy, somebody that is a little bit more sensible than an 18-year-old kid, knowing who this individual is, choose to fight fire with fire.
You gave him what he wanted.
You gave him exactly what he wanted.
He probably struck a chord with touching his
Of
kid.
course, but he knew he was going to do that.
He knew it.
And if you took a step back and took your emotion out of it,
Yeah.
you would have saw right through that as well.
Right.
But that being your kid,
Correct.
it pulls at your heartstrings.
Yeah.
And what do we do as humans? We quickly respond and react off emotion as opposed to taking a step back and looking at it from a little bit more of a logical perspective.
Man, totally, man.
I hated to see T.I. do that.
I did too. I did
Man,
too.
that was tough.
It was like, man, don't even respond to this
Yeah,
cat,
leave that
man.
man alone, man.
Yeah.
Some things are best unsaid, they say.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, so I'm not with his antics though, man. I don't really support that either.
Yeah.
Him or Kanye.
Yeah.
I'm not with that.
So let me ask you this: if you had an opportunity to meet him and have a conversation with him, would you?
No, man.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't.
I would.
You would?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell me why, and I'll tell you why I wouldn't.
It would provide me value to understand the mindset, have a better understanding of the mindset of individuals like this.
Now, when you're saying would you sit down and talk with him, is that in the media or is that behind the scenes?
I'll do it anywhere because my intent is pure.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? My
But
intent is pure.
I don't believe.
But that's okay. One thing we can't do is control how other people move.
Correct.
But I know if I go into a scenario and I have the best intent and a purpose designated, I can get what I need to out of that moment.
Yeah.
Be it good or bad, because the result is going to be what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're dealing with a clown, you know you're going to get some clown-like activity.
Right.
So if the clown cut the show short early, you already knew what was to come. Or if he really dropped some gems on you too, you can take that from a clown, because I know people that go to the circus and have a good time too.
I don't even give a clown the circus. I don't give him a show, man. I once you kind of show me where you at, and you just sporadic with everything, all your words and all your movements and all your moves, man. I don't want nothing to deal with it, man.
So you don't have a conversation with Kanye either.
I'll let him just.
Kanye either.
Nah, Kanye either, man. I don't want to. If I was with Kanye, I want him to get. I want to do a song with him.
He said, "Damn, talk to you. I'm gonna put you on the track."
Yeah, give me a beat or something, man. I don't want to talk about none of that, all them antics.